Good morning, guys. I feel like I can breathe because I just arrived at my destination and I am super early. So now I have a bit of time to chill in my car, which is great. We love chilling in the car. I want to show you guys this. My friend Sasha got me this Lulu the piggy and I just put him here because I wasn't sure where to put him. And he's so cute. Like every time I get in my car, it just makes me so happy. Oh my God, I'm like, I'm yawning, I'm tired. I drove all the way here without even taking a sip of my coffee, which is stupid. Why did I do that? I felt like I needed to save the coffee from when I arrived and turned on the camera and started this vlog, so we can just kind of feel like we are starting our day together, having a coffee together. I don't know, I mean, maybe it's not the morning when you're watching this. Oh my God, we haven't done that in a while. Let me know what you guys are up to as you just kind of press play on this video. I love hearing whether you guys are working, cleaning, doing laundry. I love being able to visualize you on the other end and like what you're up to as you watch the video. It's really cool. So for today's video, I thought it would be really fun to do 2 days in my life and just kind of focused on work and productivity and actually show you guys how I balance having 3 jobs and just take you through kind of what my work setup looks like right now and what I do for work and all of that. So that's what's up for this video. I hope you guys will enjoy it. If anyone is new, my name is Zoe. I'm 28 years old. I'm actually about to be 29. I'm turning 29 next week. Next week is my birthday. Oh my God. But yeah, I live in Montreal. I work 3 jobs and today we're just going to go through what all of those 3 are, how I balance my days, how I stay happy and productive and healthy and wealthy and literally all of that. So I woke up, I got dressed, I got ready kind of in a flash. I actually can't believe now that I'm like speaking, I can't believe how tired I feel. It is 8:15 a.m. I have a meeting at 9 and for the most part, so much of what I do for work, at least for my 2 out of 3 jobs, is virtual. But today I actually have a meeting in person at my client's headquarters. So I didn't park there now because I didn't want them to be like, oh my God, the contractor is a freak who sits in our parking lot and films herself. So I parked next door and I'm going to drive over when it's a little bit closer to the meeting start time. The meeting starts at 9 a.m. and I am currently in the West Island. The West Island, if you know Montreal, the traffic to get here can be horrible. So that's why I left super, super early because I did not want to chance it. I was like, I'll rather sit in my car for an hour than be 5 minutes late for this meeting. So this meeting is to do with my freelance copywriting job. I work as a freelance copywriter. I only have 1 client because they keep me pretty busy and just with the other stuff I have going on, this 1 client is perfect. They were my first ever copywriting client and we have such a great relationship. I love working with them. And I would say a couple times a year, I get the opportunity to actually go in person, whether it's for some kind of meeting that we want to collaborate in person, or I've also been for like holiday lunches and stuff. They will invite me, which is super nice. So I honestly just feel like delighted to go and do this meeting today. And today's meeting is really cool because we're doing a brainstorm to revamp this kind of presentation. I never really go into too much detail about what I do for copywriting, both because I don't want to bore you guys, but also because a lot of the stuff is confidential. But today's meeting is cool. There's actually going to be a bunch of executives in the meeting. So I'm like, ooh. So because I have a little bit of time to kill, I actually brought my Gentle Productivity Planner with me. I feel like if I don't start my day by doing my planner, I feel so lost and I feel just like disorganized. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to write in my Gentle Productivity Planner. In case anyone's new, I'll just show you what it looks like. This is an undated planner that I designed in collaboration with The Line. You have the date at the top. You have your schedule for the whole day, so you can time batch and kind of block out what you're doing, or if you have a lot of meetings and stuff, you can have everything listed here. You have a space for gratitude and affirmation of the day. I like to then jump down to my to-do list. I will kind of do a brain dump of everything that I have to do in a day, and then I'll reprioritize and focus on my top 3 priorities here. This is really nice because I'm the type of person, I will write out a to-do list that will take 10 days to finish. But when you reprioritize and say, okay, I'm just gonna pick 2 or 3 things that I really need to focus on today and everything else is just bonus, it allows you to, 1, know where to concentrate your efforts, and then 2, you feel proud of yourself, extra proud of yourself when you check off those priorities. So I'm just gonna take a second and do this. My daily affirmations are always so cheesy, you guys. And one time I left my planner open on the desk and then JS sat down at the desk and I was like, do not read my daily affirmation. Like, they're just like girly, cutie things. Like I always write like, you know, like I'm worthy, I'm living my dream life. Like I always, and I'm like, I don't need anyone else, especially a boy. I don't need a boy to look at this. I just got gas because my tank was empty. I love the feeling of filling up my gas tank all the way. I used to hate getting gas, and every time I used to fill up gas, I was like, oh, it's too expensive. I hate buying gas. But I've chosen to reframe my mindset and really see getting gas and filling my tank all the way up to just like a sign of abundance and being grateful that I have a car and that I get to fill it up all the way, that I can afford it. And yeah, whenever I see my gas thing go like jinga, it was like on empty, you guys. Like when I was driving here, it was like, please refuel, please refuel. But then when I see it fill all the way up, I'm just like, oh, life is good. I'm abundant. I can drive. And yeah, that's just like a little thing that I've reframed. Also, you guys are gonna hate me for what I'm about to say, but it's such a beautiful day. It low-key feels like fall because it's like one of those days where it's warm, but there's a cool breeze. Like those dreamy days of fall that we love, that's what it feels like today. I'm not trying to wish away summer. I'm actually like not, I don't know, like I'm really enjoying summer. I'm not trying to wish it away. But what I'm trying to say is that the weather is beautiful and it kind of feels like September, but it's not. We're still in July, thank God. And also, I'm so excited to go home because I really want a second coffee. It's taking everything in me not to like look up where a Tim Hortons is and go get one, but I'm like, I'm gonna be home in 25 minutes. I'll get another coffee at home. Good job. I just added a little sugar cube to my espresso. I'm gonna make sure it's melted. So gorgeous. So I'm back home now and ready to dive into work. I just made a second coffee and I just feel like today is gonna be fueled by caffeine. It's just one of those Mondays. I have a lot of work that I need to jump back into. I feel like Mondays are always super busy, and like I was telling you guys earlier in the car, I like to use Monday as my day to really start off the week strong, check certain things off, and then also kind of make a vision and prioritize what my whole week is going to look like. And this week is going to be extra busy, you guys, because I am actually leaving at the end of the week. I'm so excited. I'm going to Florida with JS and his mom for like a little birthday trip. JS's mom has a place in Florida and we're just gonna go and relax and have fun for the week. I've never been to Florida in the summer, so I'm really excited to experience it. I think it's gonna be really hot. So that is definitely in the back of my mind as I get ready for the work week. But speaking of travel, you guys, this video is sponsored by Aerolo, and I am so excited to be working with them on this video because I am a tried and true Aerolo customer. And if you've never heard of Aerolo, they are a global company offering eSIM solutions so that you can use your phone while you travel. If you have any trips coming up or just any trips that you are dreaming of, you are going to want to hear this, you guys. You can download the Aerolo app for free. If you sign up with my code, which is ZOEP3, you will get $3 off your first purchase of an eSIM, and you do not have to activate it right away. You do not even have to have a trip planned, and then you only activate it when your trip begins. So here's why I love Aerolo so much. Have you ever been on a trip abroad to another country, you've had your roaming on, and you come home to a crazy bill. Like, you guys, who remembers the time I went skiing in France? I lost JS on the slopes and I had to turn my phone on to find him, and that cost me $20. With Airalo, you pay a fixed rate for the phone plan of your choice, and you can choose between local, regional, or even global plans. They have options for over 200 countries worldwide. What I love the most is that these plans are super affordable and you know what you are paying upfront, so there are no surprises at the end of your trip. When I went to Europe last summer, I chose an Airalo plan that cost me around $30, and I was able to use my phone just like I do at home. We're talking texting, calling, and I had plenty of data to use maps and to post on Instagram. It was fantastic. If you've never heard of an eSIM, don't worry, because it is seriously so easy to use, and you can set it up so that it activates the moment that you land at your destination. All you have to do is download the Airalo app, purchase the right SIM for your trip, use my discount code ZOEP3, and Airalo will give you the instructions on how to load it onto your phone. It is so simple, you guys. Trust me, even my non-tech savvy parents have done it and they were able to figure it out. If you guys are traveling to multiple places, I highly recommend the Discover Plus eSIM. It works in over 137 countries for over a year. Calls, texting, data, all on the same number. That is crazy. You guys know I love to travel, and I'm so thankful that I discovered Airalo, because it's really become my go-to eSIM provider for when I go on trips, when I leave the country, and also not only for myself, but for my friends and family. I have friends texting me all the time being like, what was your code again for Airalo? So install Airalo for free today. Use my code ZOEP3 for $3 off your Discover Plus eSIM, and then you can tell me all about your amazing trip, and you can thank me for the SIM and the discount later. Thank you so much, Airalo, for sponsoring this video. I seriously love that company, you guys. Check it out if you haven't already. It's the type of thing that you're gonna use again and again if you love to travel. Oh my God, you guys. So, oh my God, I'm panicking. So the meeting this morning went super well. It was really fun to be at the client. I saw some old faces, I met some new faces, and I don't think I spoke about this earlier, but I had this little gadget. Actually, it's JS's. It's this little AI powered recording device. It's so crazy. It's so futuristic, you guys, but it records your meeting or your conversations and then summarizes everything so that you can be present in meetings and not be busy taking notes. JS let me borrow it for this meeting because it's literally like a perfect chance to exactly be present in the meeting, have the notes taken for you. And he just texted me that the device isn't connecting to his phone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was in the meeting like, yeah, look at my cool device. If I can't get the meeting notes from it, they're gonna be so disappointed and I'm gonna look like such a noob. That is so embarrassing. Oh my God, I'm panicking. So while we're chatting, you guys, I wanted to talk to you about something that is really important to me as I work 3 jobs, and as I feel like I'm a busy person. You probably are too. We've got a lot going on, and that's just like the day and age that we live in, is we're always feeling on the go. Prioritization is the key to surviving this. Prioritization is so important. Whether that's within one job or within your home or across multiple things that you have going on. This is something that I've had to learn to do from the beginning of my career. And I actually remember it was when I was working in management consulting that one of my managers like sat me down and was like, Zoe, you need to learn how to prioritize. And it's just really stuck with me ever since. When you have a list in front of you or in your mind of all the different things you want to do, you can't do them all at once. And a lot of the time, multitasking and switching between different tasks can actually take a lot of brain space. So like I said, I've got those 3 jobs. I have copywriting, I have YouTube and social media, content creation, and then I have teaching Pilates. Now, the best part about teaching Pilates is you pretty much go there, you do it, and it's over. So we're not doing that today. We get to take that off of our hands. Now I have content creation and copywriting to choose from. Now, another thing, I know I'm talking so much, you guys, but another thing that I'm working on is stopping wasting time. I am queen of wasting time. I love a good scroll, especially on Instagram. Instagram is my go-to scroll, but that's how at the end of the day, you wind up feeling like you wasted your day, or there were all these little things that you didn't get to get done. I have 10 minutes right now before my call starts, and it's really easy to think, well, I'm not gonna get anything done in 10 minutes, so there's no point starting anything. But there are little things that you could probably get done in 10 minutes. You can set a 10-minute timer and clean out your email inbox. In my case, actually, I do need to do that. But the thing that I am going to do is set that 10-minute timer. And because we're Monday, I'm gonna do a little bit of a budgeting check-in. So I know I spent some money over the weekend. I have some receipts that I wanna input, and it's also gonna help me see, I have 1 week left until vacation. How's my budget doing? It's just gonna give me a little picture. And that should only take about 10 minutes. So let's get going on that. I just pulled out my camera. I'm watching a vlog. I'm just obviously still sitting here getting work done. So funny, you guys, because after my call, I made that whole thing. We sat at the desk, talk about priorities, and then my priorities like kind of shifted again, and I'm just trying to finish something up because I forgot. Anyway, whatever. It's the type of work where you can watch a vlog in the background, which is my favorite. And I just discovered it like showed up on my algorithm because obviously my YouTube algorithm knows that I'm engaged. And so now it's feeding me a bunch of like wedding content, and I'm 5 minutes into the video and it's making me feel so excited. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy to have found like this new YouTuber. When was this video? Okay. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. This video was posted 11 months ago, but it's episode 1 in her wedding series. I don't know why I just assumed that this was posted like last week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yay, I found a new YouTuber I can like be friends with and follow along. We can like plan weddings together, but this is old, so I guess I'm just gonna binge the series. But it made me wonder if I should do a series like that. I feel like I'm still, I mean, I've been engaged a month and some, and I'm still very much at like ground zero, sussing out the vibes. But let me know if that would interest you guys, if like a little wedding planning series, and I could just, I don't know, take you guys through my thoughts. And Raisa's been doing that. You guys know my friend Raisa from The Line. I've been loving watching her wedding content because it's like super relatable, and I feel like her and I are alike in many ways. My hair's being weird. I need to get it cut. It's like coming out of bob territory and going into long bob territory. But anyway, I'm trying to water down from the caffeine. I don't know, part of me feels a little bit alone as it pertains to wedding planning, because none of my, like, I don't come from a wedding household. My parents were never married. My parents were never married. They don't put any pressure on me to get married. Like, I feel like in some cultures, like I'm thinking Italian, okay? Italian comes to mind right away. I feel like there's a lot of families where the mom will be like super involved and the mom will have tips, and like, I don't have that with my mom, and I don't have that with anyone like really close to me in my family. And we don't have that wedding like hoopla, like wedding fever almost, if you will. We don't have that in my family. So I don't feel any pressure, which I guess is a good thing, but I really don't feel any pressure. But at the same time, I feel like I don't really have anyone really, really close to me family wise to turn to. And I like kind of don't know who to turn to. So it's just got me thinking that maybe we could figure it out together. So let me know if that would be interesting to you guys, like wedding specific vlogs, or if you think I should just sprinkle it into my usual content. I have decided that this video is going to be a long one. I don't know who I'm kidding when I think I can make like short little cute videos. Like, we're here to chat. So anyways, I'm just uploading some thumbnails, and then I think I know I need to take Maggie out. Sorry, let me not try and do two things at once. I'm gonna try and finish up everything relatively quickly so that I can lie on the couch and watch TV. I'm in the mood to start a new TV series. Whatever, those are my ramblings. Hi. Another thing I love about Mondays is I feel like I don't get very stressed on Mondays because the whole week is in front of me. And like I was telling you guys earlier, like I'm really motivated and I'm really like moved by deadlines. But with Monday, you got the whole week in front of you. So it's like Mondays are not for stressing. They're for being productive, but they're not for stressing. And I love that. You want to go outside?
Yeah, a little midday walk.
Why did I grab my car keys? Those aren't the right keys. Those aren't the right keys. I think the fresh air will do us good, eh? So, let's grab the right keys. Gotta grab you.
I don't know why Maggie makes me laugh so much, but just like, she's just funny. Look at the sky. It's literally the perfect day.
I just tidied up the kitchen, wiped down the counters, washed some dishes by hand, and then I also started the dishwasher. I just feel like it's such a nice way to wrap up the workday, and I feel like it kind of sends a signal to my brain that work is done. When you work from home, it's really easy to kind of, the oven's ready. It's really easy to feel like you can't turn work off, especially if you don't have a dedicated office. Like for example, I'm always looking at my computer, it's right there. So for me, tidying up the kitchen, wiping things down, it's just like a symbol that the workday is done. Today I also like fully shut down my computer, fully turned it off, because I definitely have a bad habit of just like, okay, just one more thing, okay, just one more thing, and it's harder for me to wind down. I recently got this multi-purpose cleaner from Maison Jacinthe. It's like a Québécois brand. I think it ships Canada-wide. It might even ship to the US as well. It smells like a Christmas tree and it smells so good. And I feel like what I want to create for myself is that this scent triggers starting to wind into evening mode, relaxing mode, etc. Put this away. And I'm taking out a little bowl. I'm gonna fill it with warm water because I actually wanna do my nails and watch a TV show. Like how good does that sound? Why did you just get up like that? Hi, Doodle. That's not a water bowl for you. Okay, so here's my little setup to do an at-home manicure. You guys, it has been 7.5 months of natural nails. I actually cannot believe it. This is the best thing that I've ever done. My nails are definitely grown out. They're looking a little wide, which is when, like, I don't know, I feel like they grow kind of like flaring out, and that's when I know it's time to cut them. They do not break. They are so strong and healthy. It's actually mind-boggling. Let this be your sign. If you feel like you need to go on a natural nails journey, try it out. It took me 3 months to flush out all of the old, yucky, damaged nails. And then they just started growing long and strong and not breaking, like I said. I also take collagen, which I do think helps, but there we go. That's what we're working with. But yeah, I've really started to enjoy taking my time to do my nails myself again. I use this kit from Bare Hands. I'll show you after, but it buffs up. It's like a glass file that makes your nails super shiny. I have a cuticle trimmer that I will use, especially around the sides. I have that bad habit of like picking at my nails, so we're gonna clean all that up. Nail clipper, nail file, hot water just to like loosen everything up. And then I did get this, which is like a nail polish pen where you can kind of draw designs and stuff. And I thought that would be fun. I got this a couple months ago actually, and I've been like too scared to try it. So I thought we could just give it a little shot today. God, I love it when she joins me on the couch. It's like, thank you. And I'm gonna start this show called Too Much. I watched Sirens and it was so good. So, I mean, this looks like a totally different vibe, but I'm excited to give it a try. morning, guys. Welcome to day 2 of this vlog. I'm just running around getting ready to leave the house. We are switching vibes completely because today is a Pilates teacher day. So really different vibes than yesterday, not working from home, working out of the house. And I wanted to share, this is kind of like the other side of the coin, if you will. Very different vibe, like I said. And then just like, yeah, the kind of other side of what I do for work. What am I trying to say? I want to take you guys through a little day in my life as a Pilates teacher because it's very different from what we did yesterday. But that's honestly what I like about it because it gets me out of the house. Like I told you guys yesterday, going and seeing my client, being in person in meetings, it's a once or twice a year thing. So I really like that I now have this thing that actually gets me out of the house and gets me talking to people. I have to be somewhere at a certain time, which is why I'm looking at the clock and I'm rushing. I think it's good and I think it's fun to have somewhere to be and have people to talk to and sort of be needed from time to time. Like I was saying yesterday, unless I have meetings or deadlines, I really get to design my own schedule. And I know that that's the type of thing that a lot of people dream of. It was definitely something that I dreamed of. But I found that too much design your own schedule can actually lead you to just feeling like you don't know what to do, you don't know when to do it. And that kind of time pressure and those meetings and having to be out of the house, it's really good for a person. And I think it's really good for me. So I'm just packing up my bag, getting ready to go. I have like three different bags. I'm gonna conglomerate my stuff into the bag I'm gonna use today. I know, pup, I know. Okay, so this is the purse that I'm going to be using. I bought it off of like an Instagram ad and honestly it was really overpriced, but it's a nice bag because it fits over your shoulder and it fits like a water bottle. It fits a lot of stuff. This is probably the most important thing. It's my Pilates notebook where I will write down my classes. So I teach mat Pilates and reformer Pilates. I will always just write down my classes in here. This notebook is full of classes and it's actually almost empty, which is kind of emotional. I'm going to start a new one, but yeah, all of the classes that I've ever taught, and actually this is my second notebook, but they're all in here. It's just kind of like a little safety blanket, and I find it's really nice to have a plan for your classes. So shove that in there. The inside of this bag has this little pouch, which I love, and I already have a pen and a lip gloss in there. I'm gonna put another one. And then I will also put my keys in here just so that I have easy access. I actually don't need my car keys, so you can leave those behind. Instead, I'm gonna trade that for the studio keys. I've been playing around a lot with my teaching schedule. It's changed a lot. When I started teaching, I started actually with barre, not Pilates. And I was just working Friday nights and it was just like this fun kind of side hustle thing that I was doing. I never really intended for it to be my full-time job, and it isn't my full-time job. But I also never really intended for it to be so many days a week or to be kind of a part of my personality like it's become. I actually remember saying to JS, like, this is not gonna become my personality. And lo and behold, it has. I think it's because it's just so fun, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it pays really well, especially considering how fun it is. So it's really easy to take on more and say yes to more things, but it can also quickly become overwhelming. So I would say the first 6 months of teaching, it felt very stressful. And so that's when I really kept it small and it wasn't taking over my personality, and it was just like this little thing that I do. Once I started getting more comfortable with it, that's when it started to take over. And so I added a whole bunch. Like last winter, Tuesdays, I was teaching 5 to 6 classes a day, and I would come home and I would be absolutely exhausted. And so that changed. And then I was teaching 4, and then I felt like 4 was too much. And now I'm teaching 3, and 3 is like fine. I feel like 3 is like the safety zone. 2 is ideal. Like 2, you are not drained after, you feel amazing after. By the 3rd one, you're starting to be like, okay, I'm tired. So 2 to 3 is the magic number, but I'm still playing around with finding the balance with my other jobs of like, okay, how do I balance content creation, copywriting, and teaching in a way that's sustainable and a way that allows me to keep enjoying all three. Because if we're not enjoying it, there's no point. Being a freelancer and being self-employed, it comes with a lot of perks, but it also comes with a lot of downsides and some risk and lack of, security. You don't have a steady paycheck. So if it's not fun, it starts to become more worth it to go back and get a full-time job. So I'm very just cognizant of that and keeping it fun and keeping a nice balance. I'm bringing my water bottle, of course. This is like very Pilates specific, but I always, oh, they look a little dirty. Ugh. Maybe I'll get a different pair. These are Pilates grip socks to wear on the reformer. They have like little jellies on the bottom. I don't plan on getting on the reformer today, but just in case, like I'll be teaching and so I'm just standing there. I will bring a little sunscreen because I'm gonna go for a walk later. This is some girly stuff, okay? But this is like a little spray for your intimate area that just kind of helps refresh. And when I teach a mat class, I do the class along with my clients. So after doing that, and then even when I teach reformer, like sometimes I'll just be like going through the moves in the air. So it does feel like I'm working out. And then if I'm gonna go and get on with my day, this just kind of helps me feel refreshed because there's no showers or anything there, and I would just shower at home anyway, but just a little freshener, okay, you guys? I like it. This is from the Diva brand, the makers of the Diva Cup. Anyway, it's nice. It's not nothing crazy. Okay, we have my phone. Yeah, I'll keep that in my hand for now. And then this little bag. I feel like you guys have heard me talk about this so many times, but I'm very passionate about bringing food and bringing snacks, bringing a lunch when I'm working outside of the house, because it is so easy to fall into the trap of buying lunch, buying a smoothie, buying a coffee. And to me, it's like I'm going to work to make money. I don't want to spend money going to work. And of course, I'm gonna have to pay for the metro and I'm gonna have to pay for certain things. And from time to time, if you want to treat yourself to coffee, smoothie, lunch, like that's not a bad thing, but it's just about bringing food the habit, not buying food the habit, because everything adds up really quickly. I make $50 teaching a reformer class. And if I spend $25 on lunch, well, there goes half of a class, So it's just not a habit that I want to get into. Today I made a tuna wrap and I also chopped up some veggies and I have some homemade ranch. So this is going to be my lunch. It's very much like a little kid lunch, but it's honestly so easy to make and pack. So that's that. I'm going to bring that with me. And I'm also going to bring a little protein bar just in case. These are the protein bars from Darrow Bars. I have liquid IVs at the studio. I have like a little cubby at the studio where I leave some liquid IVs and stuff. So I'm going to probably have one of those. I find I get so thirsty when I teach because I'm like yelling the whole time. So Maggie is going to stay with my stepmom the past couple weeks. Instead of sending her to doggy daycare, which costs $50 to $55, I send her to my stepmom. I was talking about this in my What I Spend in a Week, and I was just saying like how grateful I am for my stepmom's help and honestly like her generosity in watching Maggie every single week. But you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel really guilty. And I think it's just because I hate asking for help and I hate relying on other people. Like oh my God, like, bitch, you're not gonna start crying. But I really want to be able to do everything myself, and I don't know where that pressure comes from, but like it just makes me cringe every week that I'm like, hey, I'm gonna drop her off at this time, like, is that okay? And she's always like, yeah, it's fine. But I don't know, I can't help but feel bad. And it's just making me wonder if I'm gonna keep up teaching 3 classes in the middle of the day on Tuesday, because part of me is like, well, I'd rather just stay home with the dog than have to ask for help every week. And I don't want to go back to sending her to doggy daycare, because it goes back to what I was saying with like the buying lunch. if it costs $50 for me to send her to doggy daycare, it costs exactly what I make in one class, right? So it's like I'm paying $50 to go make $50, like it just doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna talk with JS about it, but yeah, I just have like this icky feeling this morning of like, it's now the third or fourth week in a row that I'm asking for help, and I'm like, okay, I'm over it. I feel uncomfortable. And I know if she heard me say this, she'd probably be sad and be like, Zoe, I'm happy to help you, but it's just like a little feeling inside of me. So I'm gonna bring her to my stepmom's, and then normally I like to walk to work. Oh my God, I have to tell you about my outfit. But normally I like to walk to work. This morning I lollygagged way too much, and I'm gonna take the metro, but I think I'm gonna try and get my walk in later because it's a beautiful day. Let me show you guys my outfit. I'm wearing this cute wrap top from Lululemon, a little black sports bra underneath, and these sort of ribbed bike shorts. And you guys, I wanted to show you this because this outfit was a gift from Raisa. It came in the mail last night. She texted me, she was like, go check your mailbox. And I went downstairs and she sent me this for my birthday, and I wanted to cry because it was, where's the little card? I saw this little card on the top of the box and I got tears in my eyes. It's just, she's so sweet. And I mean, this outfit is perfect. It's so me, I'm in love with it. So I just put it on straight away. That's gonna be my outfit for the day. I think that's enough rambling on my part. Let's go downtown and let's go teach 3 classes, and let's try and get out of our heads, shall we? Good girl. I'm back home with a big thing of ice water. I just ran a little errand after class, and now I'm finally home. There are so many things I enjoy teaching about Pilates. One of those things is that I am so off my phone. Like, I teach basically 3 solid hours in a row. And that is really 3 hours where I'm not on my phone, I'm not looking at anything. I have little 10-minute breaks in between classes, so I'll have 2 10-minute breaks in between. But by the time you're like saying bye to your first class and greeting your second class, that 10 minutes is non-existent. So it's just really nice to have time away from my screens. The other thing I love is when you come home from a day of teaching, you don't really bring anything home with you. Like, there's no stress to bring home with you. I would say the only times that I take that job home with me, or I take that work home with me, is if I have like a weird or a negative interaction with a client, which is so rare. Like, it happens, of course, but it's very, very rare because for the most part, people are coming to work out to have a good time and like not to, you know, my little angel. Also, my worries this morning about having my stepmom watch Maggie were so irrelevant. Like, it was so unnecessary, and I was just like spiraling for no reason. It's okay to ask for help, and she's happy to help, right? Oh, you had a good day. That's so nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out for a bit and then take a shower and like get into my kind of evening routine. One thing that's so funny is, like I was saying, because I don't have time on my phone, I always feel like I need to sit down on my phone for like half an hour and like answer my texts and look at my emails and just be like, what did I miss? Because again, and like I basically ran from after class to my appointment, and like I wasn't on my phone, I wasn't really doing it. Like I was, anyway, it's great, it's good, it's not a bad thing at all. But that's a wrap on this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed spending those 2 days with me, my 2 very different jobs, and then all tied together by content. it's all tied together by content creation, which is my number one love. So thank you so much for supporting and for being here. I will see you guys in my next video, which I think is gonna be my birthday vlog in Florida, or maybe a Q&A, one or the other. One or the other, definitely both. I'm just not sure in what order. Love you guys. See you next time.